Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
When we got to Vietnam, we had no idea what to expect food-wise because all we'd ever heard about was banh mi and pho, so really we had no clue what we were going to be eating the whole time. But as it turns out, Vietnam has so many different types of foods and everything is so amazing.
We were so inspired by our food tour that we decided to go on our own little food tour, and these are the foods that we tried here in Saigon.
Take me on a big adventure, baby. If we stay together, we can stay young forever. Where will you go if you could time travel?
The biggest thing that surprised us about Vietnam is just how many vegetarian food options there are, because in Thailand and Cambodia I was struggling a little bit to find vegetarian food, but in Vietnam vegetarian food is everywhere and even a lot of vegan food. There's even restaurants that are fully vegetarian all over Vietnam, and that was really cool for me to find.
The first food we tried was banh mi. It is this crispy baguette with veggies, sauces, and you can choose a meat filling or a meat alternative.
My favorite banh mi is the egg banh mi, which has a fried egg on the inside of it and a whole bunch of sauces, and it's nice and spicy.
My favorite was the grilled chicken. I love when my banh mi is like saucy, and it has slices of chili. It was so good. You can find a lot of banh mi shops around the streets of Saigon.
The next food we tried in Saigon was something that kind of looked like an empanada. We still don't know what the filling was, except for it had what looked like a quail egg. It came with a sauce that was kind of sweet and kind of spicy, but overall we didn't really like this.
Okay, another bite to verify. Oh. Yeah, that sauce is spicy. I still can't figure out what it is.
Communication was definitely a little bit more of an issue in Vietnam than it was in Thailand or Cambodia, just because English isn't as commonly spoken. So we have no idea what this was, but we do know that it was chai or vegetarian.
We got rid of the flavor with good old fresh and warm egg tarts. Those have been our favorite pastry here in Southeast Asia. We keep making stops for food. We got this egg tart and this is really warm. Looks like it was just made. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's good. And it's really flaky too.
And these are by far our favorite egg tarts yet because they were fresh and still warm.
The next food we tried is obviously still dessert. So we had some sesame balls, and the filling on this was a lot more different than the ones we were used to, but it was still really good and sweet.
Yeah, these had like a white filling instead of a red bean like we normally have, but it tasted really good. We just have no idea what it was. These were also fresh though, nice and warm.
It seems to be a very common thing here in Vietnam that food is just so fresh. It's amazing.
Next up, more dessert. We got some flan, and in Vietnam it comes with coffee.
Ooh, okay, that's good. It's got the flan pieces. That's really good. It just reminds me of back home.
They pour flan at the bottom. I think that there's just like flan in cups ready to go at the bottom, but then they top it off with ice and coffee. So it's like an iced coffee flan, which is really unique. Something high up on our list to try in Vietnam was coconut coffee, so we were looking out for wherever we could get a coconut coffee. And as we were walking, we saw a little roadside coffee shop where everyone was just looking like they were having so much fun and so happy. They were playing with dogs and laughing. So we decided that's where we wanted to get our coconut coffee from. And it was very unique. It's a very strong coffee that gets mixed with coconut, and it was kind of icy. And this was one of the best coffees that we've ever tried. It was so delicious. But at their stand, I also saw some mansi for the first time in real life. And mansi is like a little lime-looking fruit that on the inside is kind of orange like an orange. And when I tried it, it tasted just like a lime and orange combined. When they saw how much we liked it, they ended up making us a mansi and coconut drink as well that was so good and so refreshing.
I love the taste of it. I was thinking that it would be even more perfect on a margarita.
Finally getting to some actual food on our food tour, We tried 2 vegetarian buffets that were so good. The first one was a charity, and they have a huge buffet of different foods that you can try, all for one flat price. They start you off with a plate of white rice, and then you can add however many toppings you want from their buffet, so we each tried just about one of everything. They also included tea, some soup, and some bananas as dessert.
We came to a Thai restaurant, and you know it's going to be a bomb meal because they don't speak any English, and the only way we were able to communicate is just by pointing, and here we have it.
So it also comes with this soup. They give you a big plate of rice, and then you just kind of point out all the different stuff in the buffet, and they'll pile it onto your plate. It seems like as much as you want, they'll give you. I don't know if we can get seconds for the same price or if it's a separate price, but
Maybe.
I think this might fill us up anyways.
Yeah, looks delicious, and there's chili. Ooh, it's like potato. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's got a lot of flavors, which is really good.
Everything tasted really good. It was a little bit cold, and it probably would have tasted better if it was warmed up, but we still really enjoyed this meal.
And it was for a really great cause, which we love supporting.
The next vegetarian buffet we tried was a little sidewalk restaurant ran by a little grandma. This is the place, but I can't read any of the menu. I know that that's rice, and I know pho, but I don't know any of this other stuff. They don't have an English menu. It's gonna be really good food. I just don't know what I want to eat. Once again, just pointing at stuff that they had sitting out work. I got some rice and a couple of different types of tofu. I got some more of this tofu and rice because it was so good. And she brought me some more chili. Oh, this is literally the best chili I've had. Basically, I just keep pointing at stuff here, and they serve me it. These are my favorite, this tofu, so if anybody knows what that's called, please let me know, because I don't know how to read it. If anyone knows what this chili is, also, please let me know. Like, that's the spiciest stuff we've had since Thailand also.
I feel like in Vietnam, we've been eating way more healthier than we ever have in our lives, and the food is so flavorful, which makes us big fans here of Vietnamese food.
One meal that kind of surprised us was some fried noodles at a Circle K. They have a lot of ready-made foods that they'll prepare for you in the store, and then you can also eat it at an eating area in the store.
We got the fried noodle with egg. It's really quiet in here. Sorry. It's pretty cool. It's like, what, 17,000 dong?
So, yeah, less than $1 each, like 70 cents each, I want to say.
I guess this is my first time having a Circle K meal.
Pretty solid.
Since we liked our first coconut coffee so much, we went to another spot that our food tour guide recommended to us called Con Cafe and got some more coconut coffee there. Con Cafe is a really cool local chain that has a really nice coffee shop aesthetic. The one we went to was kind of in a loft area that you have to walk through an art gallery to get into, and then the inside feels kind of like a quiet library. The coconut coffee was more like a coconut smoothie that had a coffee on top of it, and when you mixed it up, the flavor was so good.
After another great coconut drink, we also went for a coconut smoothie, and this was the best coconut smoothie we have ever tasted. It was so creamy and cold, but it felt like they didn't add a lot of ice in it. You could still enjoy the coconut flavors and the refreshing part of it.
I don't really know how to describe this smoothie because it was just so thick and so completely different from any other smoothie we had tried, but it was so good and we would love to try some more.
One of my favorite meals is pork noodles, and I found a really cute shop that's on the sidewalk.
I came to a stand that's close to our apartment and I ordered pork with noodles. I have been missing pork noodles since Thailand. We keep talking about it, but that's where we discovered like the best food. Chili. Ooh. Oh my god. This looks good. Nope, get it. Gotta control the chopsticks. you guys. I think I found pork noodle soup that tastes just like the first one I had. Wow.
And last but not least, we got to try something brand new. We had a fermented hot pot meal, which was our first time trying hot pot. And the only way that that was possible was thanks to the generous support of one of our Buy Me a Coffee supporters, Brian, who asked us to have a nice meal on him. This is like the nicest place we've eaten our whole time here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it's so quiet, I feel like I have to whisper. This is gonna be a feast. Let's get this hot pot party started.
I don't know how this works. Do I let it boil? And then do I add the seasonings and then this? Do I cook the noodles?
That's a big fire.
It's gonna burn.
We read a WikiHow article and I think we got it. So, step one is to add our veggies and our tofu into the pot. Okay, yeah, throw a piece in there and see how it tastes. What happens to it? Oh, that looks so good though. To start and then add more? Or no?
Oh, this opens.
Yeah. Yeah, let's start with that. Oof. Big flame, big flame.
It's like I'm cooking.
I think the veggies we threw in there are just about ready. Got steamed for just a little bit.
Now we're gonna put in the veggies.
So now that all of our goodies are ready, I'm gonna start by putting some noodles in my bowl. One more for good luck. I'm also gonna put a couple of chilies in my bowl.
For good luck.
For good luck.
Do you guys see that flame though?
It's a pretty crazy flame. Grab a ladle with as many goodies as possible and put it in my bowl. So I think that this is the fermented tofu. They also have just like regular fried tofu. Let me grab a couple more veggies here. Add a little bit of green to my bowl. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think normally there's like controls on the fire, but this one doesn't have controls. And
Just like back at home.
then I'm gonna top this off with these crunchy things. Fun. So I'm gonna start with the fermented tofu. It doesn't smell as strong as I thought. We'll see how it tastes. That just melts in your mouth. It's really nice. It's a little spicy. I don't know if that's from the chili that I put, or it's a little spicy, but that's really nice. Some mushrooms and a little bit of noodles. Oh, the broth tastes amazing. And now some regular tofu. Amazing.
Ooh, we are done with our hot pot. Finished it the way it's meant to be eaten, and it was really delicious. These were a lot of flavors that we've never had before, and it's amazing that this just came as a recommendation and we ended up loving it.
That was a fantastic meal.
It was amazing.
And all the flavors were so new and complex, just stuff we've never tried before, and it tasted amazing.
Yeah, we really appreciate Brian for donating to our Buy Me a Coffee. Like, we haven't treated ourselves like this in a while, so we really appreciate it.
So thank you so much, Brian. It really means a lot to us. Those were all of the foods that we got to try in Saigon, Vietnam, and we're so excited to keep eating more Vietnamese food as we move north in Vietnam.
So if you want to continue following us along our journey, please remember to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comment section down below if you have any favorite Vietnamese food or if you would like to try one of these.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye!